Lars from Sweden, the Bangen Jazz and Blues Festival.
Yeah.
Welcome to Amersfoort World Jazz Festival
Thank
and
you.
to the World Jazz Network.
Thank you very much.
This is, I take it, this is virgin territory for you.
Yes, it's the first time this year. I was invited by Deborah Brown, who played at our venue this summer, and she said you have to come down and see Alexander Beats and take part in the festival and in the conference as well. So I think when I dropped her off at the airport, I was already invited and on the guest list, so it went quite quick.
So she's like an unofficial patron.
Yeah, she is, yeah. and being here, everybody is invited by Deborah Brown, by the sounds of it.
I wasn't invited by Deborah Brown,
No.
so I take it I'm left out.
Yeah, you probably are. You have to be in the circle.
You've got to make the circle bigger.
Yeah.
We're talking about making the circle bigger. There's the Jazz Festival itself, and then there's the World Jazz Network and the conference. What did you think of the conference?
I think the conference was really good. For us, being in Sweden, being sort of not in a big city, it's really good for me to come and network and to meet other festivals and other organizers, and also listen to new acts that you haven't seen, to be able to make our festival better.
So, talking about the new acts,
Yes.
what did you think of the festival itself then?
Festival.
And the acts that you've seen, yeah?
I think the festival itself is fantastic. I think the backdrop of having Amersfoort and having 7 different stages is lovely. It's fantastic. And the acts that I've seen, I think they keep a really high standard and are really, really good. And it's a few of them that I would like to see at our festival as well.
Did you know what you were going to come and see before you came? Or did you just come and stumble across?
No, I didn't. I think I stumbled across because I didn't know many acts that I sort of knew. I knew Deborah was going to be here, but I sort of haven't seen any and heard anything about anyone before.
Oh.
So it's everything is pretty new to me, and surprisingly, I'm very positive to it.
So it's like you're walking through a field for the first time.
Yeah.
And you spotted some flowers.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Do you want to pick some of the flowers?
Now you put me on the spot as well, though. I'm known for not knowing the names, but I think I quite like the Wednesdays. The Wednesday with Deborah Brown was fantastic. Thursday in the scene with the South African people were fantastic. That concert was absolutely amazing. I was just listening to the acts from Thailand. They were also very good. So I think it's sort of, but one that stood out for me is Titi. I think her voice was fantastic, and it sort of sits in me still. Those songs that she did, I think it was absolutely fantastic.
It's the thing about good music, huh?
Yeah.
Sometimes you hear it.
Yeah.
And it plays
Yeah.
over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's sort of sometimes you feel it.
Yeah.
Because I always have that sort of, at being the director of the festival in Sweden, you don't get to listen to many acts. So I have the Thursday at home, which is one concert, and that usually sticks with me. That's the one that I remember. Everything else is a blur because you're doing something else. So it was really good, and sort of the same thing here as well. I haven't gone to all the performances. I've gone to sort of maybe 2-3 a day while I've been here, and I don't think I could stick anymore either, because it just gets overloaded.
Yeah.
So.
And then you overconsume and you're full.
Yeah.
So in your quiet time at home, how do you consume music? CDs, vinyl, Spotify?
I do, so I'm a Spotify guy.
You're Spotify?
Yeah. So I listen to Spotify quite often. And I also, I hated being quiet around me, so I need to have sort of music when I concentrate, when I focus, and when I'm working. I always have music to sort of frame me off so I could focus on what I'm doing, which is probably not the right way of listening to music, but it works for me. And when I listen to music, I listen to music. But I always have music playing.
What's on your favorite Spotify playlist at the moment?
It's actually not jazz.
That's fine. We all have diverse tastes.
Now I am listening to a girl called Lucy Spraggan. She's from the UK. She's fantastic. She's got a really nice voice and really nice lyrics. And she's gone through a couple of sort of, she's gone through sort of quite some hard phases in her life, and the lyrics reflects it. And then I also have a guy called Jelly Roll from America, plays country.
Okay.
Fantastic, very good. So he has a song, it's called I'm Not Okay, which is, I'm starting to get a little sick of it now, but it's fantastic. And the lyrics are fantastic. And the message in the lyrics are fantastic. But as I said, it's not jazz.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I think good music is good
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
I think there's many artists that say there's only two types of music.
Mm.
The one is good music,
Yeah.
and then there's the other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very true.
So when it comes to, you met quite a few people at the World Jazz Network
Yeah.
conference.
Yeah.
What stands out with you, and how does this festival, is it different to yours, and what would that be?
I think the scale of it's different. For me, because I don't have a music background at all, I don't play music. I don't play musical instruments. Or actually, I lie. I've played the drums and I play the trumpet when I was younger. But I'm not doing it in front of people. I do it for my own sake now. But I think what stands out when I look at festivals, when I attend festivals or concerts, I look at the organization behind it. And here it's like it's the volunteers, it's everybody that's sort of the sound technicians, the people who are guarding the areas, everything like that I'm looking at. And that's what sort of sticks out, because at home we got about 20 to 30 volunteers. Here I assume that it's quite a lot of more people. So that sticks out, and how well organized it is, and how well the setup is, the stages, everything like that. And then I think it's sort of, what sticks out for me is that it's the meetings. It's meeting you, it's meeting everybody. Everybody's so welcoming, and everybody is so friendly and really want to connect. And we have the same goal. It doesn't matter, this might sound corny, but it doesn't matter what language you speak, where you come from. You're here because the love of music and the love of jazz and the love of actually making arrangements to other people to come and see it. And I think that's sort of something that I bring with me home, is that because when you stand there like working and planning your own festival, you're quite alone.
Yeah.
But here you have friends and a network that you could ask. You could sort of you could sort of ask for help. And I think if I would call you, or if I would send you an email with a thought or an idea, I'm nearly 100% sure that you will answer, or 99% sure. 101, yeah. But I think that's sort of, and that's what I've been missing. Yeah. Because not being a musician myself, I am depending on quite a lot of other musicians to sort of, okay, this is what we want to have on the festival, and this is what we want to do. But for me, being here, listening with different ears, I would pick up on different stuff as well.
Yeah, they say it's lonely at the top.
Yeah.
But it's also lonely being the festival organizer, because everyone is asking you.
Yeah.
So although we call it the World Jazz Network, maybe it should be the Lonely Arts.
Yes, it probably would, more than likely. And then the thoughts that I'm bringing home with me as well is that this year our festival has been running for 33 years. And we've had quite a lot of, we are an international jazz festival, so we have big acts from abroad coming. And this year, and we, after, like everybody else, after COVID, we've been struggling. We've been struggling to get the audience back. We've been struggling to make money off it, because we need to. We don't want to run a profit, but we don't want to make a loss either. So I think for the past 2 years we've been running at a loss, and we are quite depending on organization and foundations that gives us money for it. But we're also depending on people coming to look and to pay the entrance fee. But this year we actually got a foundation to pay for the whole lot. And what we wanted to be at their location, because it's a manor house, it's by a lake, it's lovely, the backdrop is a lake, and it's just lovely. And they said, yeah, you could come and be here if you want to. But we got 2 conditions. You can't charge any money for people coming, because we want everybody to be able to come. So it needs to be free entrance. There should be no entrance fee. And I thought, finally, fantastic. Like a culture of event or a festival at this size, that is free for everybody. And I went, yeah, that's no problem. I will just increase my application to you, so you cover the loss. And then they said, and it needs to be alcohol free, because everybody should be able to attend. Which was a bit of a gamble, but it actually paid off. And the alcohol wasn't a central part of the festival.
Alcohol free, so no alcohol?
No, we didn't serve any alcohol.
But did people bring their own, or they just no alcohol?
They had a picnic. What we did was that because we have a tent, an outside tent, that you could sit 1,000 people in. So it's quite a big tent. And we put our area that we were controlling was the tent. What happened in the park, we didn't pay any attention to. So they had picnics, they brought wine, and they had a beer and stuff like that. But it was it was no problem. And for us, it was so much easier with applications and stuff like that. So it worked out really well. And over 2 days, I think we had 1,500 more people coming than we have had before. And 1,500 people that we probably wouldn't have had, that probably wouldn't have gone to jazz and listened to jazz if they had to pay for it, which is good, because we do have a problem that every year it's less and less people coming to the festival, and it's not like they stop listening to jazz, they stop breathing, basically, and because it is an aging population that listens to jazz in Sandvik in the area. Sure. It's sort of old people's music, which we need to change, because it's too good to not bring and teach other people to listen to and make other people appreciate it.
Is free tickets good for the ecosystem?
This conversation I've had, and I'm not too sure. and I'm not too sure, because I learned, I've been working with sport events and stuff like that, and there is nothing called a free ticket. Yeah. Because you teach the people that jazz music or culture events isn't worth anything. But this time we had a really clear organization saying we take care of the entrance fee. So we had a send. It was a, what do you call it? No, it's we had an organization standing behind it saying that we take care of the entrance fee. But I think from artist point of view, we pay the same rates, we pay the going rates, they got paid as they should, which I think is the most important stuff. However, we get the money, on the other hand, is up to us really, I think. But I haven't decided yet if I think it's a good idea or a bad idea.
Well, we're looking forward to hearing some of your ideas.
Yeah.
And your business models.
Yeah.
As part of the World Jazz Network.
Yes.
Welcome on board.
Thank you.
I look forward to seeing you again next year.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Thank you.
That quick enough?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
That went okay.
You speak really well.
Thank you.